All right, we got you a great video coming from Rock House Gun and Pawn. Y'all stay tuned. Like I said in the pre-intro, we are at Rock House Gun and Pawn. That's at 5430 Highway 19 North in Meridian, Mississippi 39307. And the phone number is 601-485-5895. They are a fully licensed FFL, following all federal, state, and local laws. I'm not selling any firearms in this video. I just wanted to show you a little bit of what they have. I do not work for them. I just wanted to clear that up. I don't work for I'm not employed or work for Rock House Gun and Pawn in any way. Let's see, what else I want to say. Thank you to all the previous viewers and subscribers for coming back. All new viewers, remember, hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Hit that bell for notifications because you don't want to miss anything that happens here on R4 Mississippi Thunder. So, let's get into the video. All right, we've got an awesome one for today. This is going to be of a couple rifles, but it's going to have, we're going to talk about a plethora of calibers in those rifles. We are talking about the Ruger American. Ruger American has been a tested firearm for a while. They have upgraded. This is the Ruger American rifle Generation 2, and they have a ton of upgrades over the original. Prior to this, the only ones come with the threaded barrel were like the Predator models, and but every single one of them have a threaded barrel. We'll get into that in just a moment. Anyway, let's take a look.
Okay, now.
This particular one, it is chambered in 204 Ruger. Okay, so it's chambered in 204 Ruger. But don't worry if 204 Ruger is not your thing, because I'll get to you in a moment. All right. Starting up top, they all come with a 1913 Picatinny rail. All right. They all have a cold hammer forged barrel. This is the standard model. Is this blue? No, this is gray. It looks blue sometimes.
Yeah, it's gray.
But it's gray. I guess
it's like a marble gray.
Looks blue in certain light to me, but it is a gray stock. Anyway, the gray stock is their designation right now. I don't know if they plan on doing any different things with the stocks or whatever, but right now you get a gray stock with the standard model, and if you look here, you get the flat dark earth with the what they call the ranch model. All right. Anyway, they all come with a cold hammer forged barrel. The standards come with a 20-inch barrel, and the ranch model comes with a 16.10-inch barrel. They are all threaded. The thread pattern. They all have a radial muzzle brake installed on them, no matter what the caliber is. Now, of course, the thread pattern depends on the caliber and all of that. If you know anything about firearms, different size calibers have to have bigger thread patterns. That's just the way that works in geometry of things. They all have the fluted barrel, the spiral fluted barrel. The standard model and the ranch model have the spiral fluted barrel, except the only one I have seen without the spiral fluted barrel on all my research is the 450 Bushmaster, which that's a big old boy, so if they spiral fluted, that has to be a big chunky barrel, but it's a good chunky barrel. I didn't like it adds any weight, but they don't spiral flute it, but that is for weight reduction on these. Okay, 3-position tang safety. I'll go ahead and show you that. Okay, up is fire. It's got 3 positions. You see the fire there on the up. Now, you put it down there. That is a safe position, but the bolt can be manipulated. Okay, you can unload, load, your bolt with that. Now, this is the 3rd position safety. It shows 2 lines, 2 white lines there. With that, the bolt cannot be manipulated at all. It is locked in. you know, so you're ready to go. It's on safe. You know, the bolt cannot be opened or anything in that position. One piece, while we're talking about the bolts, and I'll show you that safety in a minute. I just wanted to show you this bolt here. This is a one piece CNC stainless steel bolt with the 3-lug design on the end. And it produces a 70-degree throw, so you know that doesn't, I'm going to go ahead and stick this back in. But anyway, you see the 3-lug design there, stainless steel. I'm going to go ahead and stick this back in so we can talk a little further about it. Okay. All right, has a 70-degree throw, so it will clear most of your optics and still be able to get that bolt open. Like I said, first position safety, right there, the bolt can be manipulated. You can load you around in the chamber. Second position safety, that bolt is locked down. So that's just a little thing to realize on that. Like I said, fire, it can be manipulated. You know, you don't want to have it on fire when you're not going to shoot anything, but you can manipulate that on the first position safety, but the second position locks it down. While we're talking about that throw, that 70-degree throw, the knobs on the end of the bolt here are threaded. They are removable if you want to change them out or anything. They're threaded 5/16 by 24, and that's on all of them. All those are, you know, and they make different aftermarket bolts or bolt knobs if you want to change those out. That's just a little something you can do if you want to make it pretty and this and that. On the standard model, you get the gunmetal gray Cerakote, and that Cerakote is on the barrel, it's on the muzzle brake, it's on the receiver and the bolt handle. So all of that is a gunmetal gray Cerakote. Now on the ranch model, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that ranch model up. Show you it's safe as well. There's no magazine in it, and I mean manipulating the bolt there. Anyway, I'm gonna pick it up here. Okay, it is what they call their cobalt Cerakote on the ranch model. So all the ranch models are gonna have the cobalt, kind of looks like, you know, bluing or something, but it is a cobalt Cerakote for good weathering, and you won't have to worry about that Cerakote there. All right. The thread pitches on the barrel, of course, that's another thing that depends on the caliber. So I'm not going to get into all that because there is a plethora of calibers they're offered in and will be offered in. The Gen 2 stock, it is finished in what they call a splatter pattern. And I know you can't portray this over the camera, but if you can hear that, it's got some texturing to that splatter, so it kind of helps you to be able to get a better grip on it. It actually is raised up, that splatter is, so helps you get a better grip on it.
Rub it again.
Well, I'm not talking.
Yeah.
Okay. And you see this here, you have an 1 3/4 spacer that can be pulled out, and that reduces the, well, length of pull as it sits is 13 3/4 inches. If you pull that 1 1/4 out, or 1 3/4, excuse me, that takes it down to 12. So, you know, it takes it down to a 12 length of pull, and that, then I don't know if that's what most youth rifles are, is going to be, but that is a good amount of length of pull taken out of there. On the back, every model has a really nice soft rubber butt pad. We have sling swivels on the rear here, as well as the front. They all come with that. Now in here, and we'll test the trigger in a moment, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. It's clear again. The trigger, you see it's got a little trigger safety dingus thing in it, but it is what they call the Ruger Marksman trigger, and it is adjustable, and it is adjustable from 3 to 5 pounds, so whatever you feel comfortable in that. So your trigger here, or excuse me, the stocks have the, what they call is a patented power bedding, integral bedding system, which has the receiver locked in, but your barrel is free floated there. So, you know, for better accuracy, if you don't know what that does, you know, the receiver is locked in, but the barrel, none of it is touching the stock, and that's for harmonics of the barrel and helps for increase accuracy. Now, they all have detachable magazines. And this is something I want to show you is, I'm going to go ahead and close that up. There's nothing, you know, nothing in there, nothing in the chamber. You can see in the chamber. They all have detachable magazines. This is a 204 Ruger caliber. Now, if you notice, this magazine release is here. So that's the way it is on this particular model. And then you notice this magazine release is here. So it's not a big deal. It's just the difference of the calibers. Like I said, this being a 300 blackout, the difference of the calibers, you know, swapping around. I mean, not swap, you can't swap the calibers, but the difference in the calibers between the different firearms, it just lends to a different magazine release. So it's kind of, I don't know where all of them are on every model, but that's 2 examples. Now this model, being 300 blackout, you can see it takes just a regular, that's just a regular modern sporting rifle style magazine there. So 223 and 300 blackout there. The overall length of the standard model from butt pad to tip is 41.25 inches, and that is with the spacer installed. Oh, this cone is a medium height cone. You can take that off if that's not what you like, but that gets you lined up with most optics on that Picatinny rail, but you can take that off if you don't like that. That is totally removable. And on the ranch model, from nose to tip or from butt pad to tip is, my paper fell over, it is 37 3/5 inches, and that's going to be from, you know, with the original butt pad installed, or the original, excuse me, my paper fell, I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, the original spacer installed. It's going to be 37.35 inches from one end to the other on that with the spacer installed. The standard models, from what I can see, they all weigh about 6 to 6.5 pounds, depending on, again, the caliber and the models. And the Predator models, they weigh about 5.8 to about 6 pounds. So they're pretty close, 5.8 to 6.5 pounds, somewhere along in there, depending on which one you get, what caliber you get. That's all gonna differ on that. I'm gonna check these triggers in just a moment, but I'm going to tell you here real quick, the standard models, according to Ruger's website and to what I've seen as well, they're available in 6.5 Creedmoor, 300 Winchester, and 7mm 08, 243 Winchester, 450 Bushmaster, 204 Ruger, which is, that's what this one is, and 223 Remington. Okay. Now, coming in the first quarter of 2024, according to the website, which should be, we're in January, what is it, the 11th now, so sometime between now and the end of March, the first quarter of 2024, they should be introducing the 350 Legend in the standard model, the 400 Legend, 6mm ARC, 6.5 Grendel, 6mm Creedmoor, 30-06, 270, 300 Win Mag, 6.5 PRC, 7mm PRC, and 22 ARC. So hopefully you can find a caliber that suits you in that. So like I said, it covers a wide range of what you want to do with this rifle. Now in the ranch model, it does offer less offerings. It's offered in the 5.56 NATO, offered in 300 blackout, which this one's 300 blackout, offered in 7.62 by 39. I wouldn't mind having one of those. And in 450 Bushmaster, which probably wouldn't be a bad one to have either. Now, coming in the first quarter again is going to be, these are crossing the lines between the two, is 350 Legend, 400 Legend, so you'll be able to get that in this one as well. 22 arc will be coming in this one. 6mm arc, 6.5 Grendel, and 6.5 Creedmoor will also be coming in somewhere in the first quarter for the ranch model. All right, let's put that down. We have the trigger gauge has arrived, but I was going to show you here as well. Something else I didn't mention about the stock is I like this grip here on the front. You know, it's kind of got a little impression there for your hand. You know, if before I point that in a safe direction, I'm gonna go ahead and show you it's empty in the chamber, empty in the magazine. There is no magazine in it. I'm gonna put it on double safe. Anyway, it has an indentation, you know, right there. So that is a little place that kind of makes your hand fall into that little indentation, and it's got a, you know, adjustability in that as far as where you want to hold that. It's got that divot all the way down, so that's pretty nice. I like that. Okay, so we're going to test a trigger gauge on these two separate models here, and here they do have other calibers. I have not looked through all of them, but there is other calibers offered here at the Rock House. So pointed in a safe direction. We have the trigger gauge.
It's still empty.
We're still empty. Nothing in the chamber. Stick my finger in there just to make sure before we pull the trigger. There's nothing in there, nothing in the magazine. I'm going to close that bolt because you probably have to have that. Yeah, well, you're going to have the bolt in for the trigger to manipulate. All right, so got it on fire and pull the little deal back here. Like I said, they're supposed to be adjustable from 3 to 5.
Ooh.
Okay. 4 pounds. 4 pounds. That's nice there. Let me reset it. I got to get me one of these. I'm just telling y'all. I got to get me one of these. I like this. All right. Now, let's go again here. Well, we were at 4 pounds. Let's see what happens here. Okay. 4.5. So it's still in that 3 to 5 range, but it does say they are adjustable from what I have seen. Well, no, wait, not adjustable. Yeah, it is adjustable. It is adjustable. I thought I said adjustable. Questioning myself, but they are adjustable from that 3 to 5 range. But this one, about 4 and 4.5 so far. Reset that trigger, and we will pull it again. So we had 4, we had 4.5. Let's see if we get something. All right. Well, 4 1/4, right in the middle. So 4 to 4.5 is what this one is going to be on the factory, from the factory. Okay, well, put that back down. Move this magazine out of the way. I'm going to make sure we get this one here clear. No magazine in it. You can see my finger sticking up through there into the chamber. So nothing there. That is clear. We're pointed in a safe direction. We're going to go ahead and test this one. We are on fire. We're pointed that way just to make sure. And trigger gauge here. Let's see what this one is from the factory. Here we go. All right. 4, somewhere right under 4.5 for that one. Let's do it a couple more times just while we're testing here. Oh, push that back. Let's see. That one's a little bit, yep, 4. Felt like it broke a little earlier. So it's 4. So less than 4.5, somewhere between 4 and less than 4.5. Let's see what we get the third go around. And right at 4. So somewhere between 4 and less than 4.5 is where this one is set. Well, oh, easy to take your bolt out if we're cleaning, disassembly. You just pull it back to right there, raise up a little bit, push your little lever right there, and pop it out. And same design on the ranch model as the standard model with the 3-lug design. So both of them have the same release on the magazine there. Well, I tell you what, this is nice. I like these. They have really outdone themselves. I haven't shot one, so don't go saying, you know, that R4. Oh, it's got a little texturing right there on the side, a little raised area with that texturing. But as far as just feel, fit, finish, the Ruger American for the price range and everything, they have really outdone themselves. I'll just be honest. And like I said, I haven't shot one, so don't go saying if you buy one, well, you know, R4 said it was good, but it feels good anyway. And I like the way it feels. It feels real balanced. I love the upgrades they have done to them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember that life is good, but God is great. I learn to be content in every circumstance. Comes from Philippians 4:11 in that great book. You need to take a little read in there if you haven't. And I want you to come back and see us on All 4 Mississippi Thunder. God bless you, and God bless America.